What is Erwin Schrödinger's cat? To be or not to be? This is a question. In the previous issue, we discussed the Copenhagen interpretation and wave function collapse, pointing out an important viewpoint in quantum mechanics theory. The quantum world is a superposition of probabilities. In 1935, Austrian physicist Erwin Schrödinger designed an ideal experiment to question the principle of quantum superposition. Assuming a cat is placed in a completely enclosed box, the internal state of the box cannot be detected by the outside world. The interior of the box contains radioactive materials with a probability of decay, as well as a set of toxic gas release devices for detecting radioactive decay. If there is no decay of radioactive material in this box, the gas release device will not be triggered, so the cat will still survive. If radioactive material decays, the gas release device will release the gas, and the poor cat will die. That is to say, the life or death of this cat depends on whether the radioactive material has decayed. According to the probability superposition theory of quantum mechanics, the decay of radioactive materials in the microscopic world is a probabilistic event, which is the superposition of decay and non-decay probabilities. Therefore, we can be surprised to find that this cat cannot be in a definite state before being observed, but is in a probability superposition state of survival or death. And once an observation occurs, the survival status of this cat suddenly collapses, becoming the result of life or death in our eyes. You may think it's too absurd. Since radioactive substances may or may not decay, then this cat naturally has the possibility of dying or surviving. Isn't this a simple truth? If you think so, then you have not yet understood the true meaning of probability superposition. The possibility we consider in our daily lives is a speculation about the outcome, which becomes a deterministic description upon observation. Put it this way, if you think it may rain today, it may not rain, the ultimate result is only one, either it will rain or it will not rain. According to the theory of probability superposition, today it will rain and not rain at the same time, which is the superposition of the probabilities of the two. As we mentioned in the previous video, an electron passes through two slits at the same time. The superposition of probabilities in the quantum world is not a speculation about the outcome, but rather the coexistence of multiple outcomes. Only when the probability of one result reaches 100%, it becomes what we usually consider a result. Erwin Schrödinger attempted to illustrate the absurdity of probability superposition in quantum mechanics through this ideal experiment, but it sparked the exploration of parallel worlds. Some scholars believe that the probability of survival or death for cats is a superposition of different outcomes for cats in different worlds. These worlds coexist, just as they believe that there must also be many us in parallel worlds. We are just in the current world, so once we observe this cat, we can only observe the life and death outcomes of the same cat as us and the world we are in, which has uniqueness and explains the phenomenon of collapse of results due to observation. In the next issue, we will talk about the Heisenberg uncertainty principle that saved the quantum world.